Hello YouTube, Atlantic Ocean Watch here. A little bit of a different video. I hope you'll stick around and check out what it is I have to say. I think it's important if you're one who's interested in the future of this channel. I live with family here in Virginia Beach, but two members of that family unfortunately are going through the process of divorce. And as such, the house I live in is going to be sold probably here shortly. My finances, while they've greatly improved, I've got some challenges I'm still working through. Obviously, I've got this newer car that I've got to replace my Nissan Cube that a lot of you guys know, either from here on YouTube or my TikTok or Instagram or my other YouTube channels. I'll leave links to my other YouTube channels in the description. But I'm going to be probably homeless for a little spell. It's actually easier for me to get a house with my VA loans as an honorably discharged Operation Restore Hope veteran than it is to get approved to rent an apartment. It's crazy how that works. And I'm currently dealing with a gentleman right now trying to help me get the ball rolling on the house thing. It's going to be challenging because of what I have going on right now, but it is possible. So, with all that going on, I'm not going to be purchasing but so many watches this year. Right now I'm thinking about in this physical year, this actual year rather, 2026, only purchasing 7 watches total, as opposed to me purchasing maybe anywhere from 11 to maybe 14 or so watches a year that I might normally purchase. Simply because of what's going on, and I just want to have that money available to do this, do that, and the other related to it, so I can get myself either an apartment, or even better than that, a small, modest house here in Virginia Beach, or at least on the south side of Hampton Roads, in a decent neighborhood. I don't need a gated community. I don't need fancy smancy. I don't need all this other stuff. And that's what's going on. And once I overcome this financial situation I'm currently involved with, that admittedly is my bad decisions, but of course exacerbated by others, to being honest about the whole thing. I could spend 2 hours probably explaining all that, and maybe once I overcome this, I'll come back and explain that. I do have another watch here that I'm going to start doing a review on. Something a little bit different than I normally do, watch-wise. I'm wearing my Aragon Dive Master 42 that I reviewed. This watch, I love this watch. This is probably arguably amongst the best watches I've ever owned, and definitely the best watch I've ever owned from Aragon. As you guys know, watch the channel for a while, Aragon and Wing, I used to say Wang for some reason, I don't know, and Wing, he's disappointed me a couple of times, but the Dive Master 42, yeah. But I wanted to let you guys know that Atlantic Ocean Watch will continue. There might be a couple of nights where I might have to sleep in my car. There might be a couple of nights where I'll have to get maybe a hotel room. I work for a wonderful tour bus company who I wish I could tell you who they are, whom is a big part of me being able to financially recover because of stable work. And I'm currently, of course, fighting the Veterans Administration so I can get my PACT Act benefits. But that is as many of you know, a pain in the butt, and something I've been dealing with for years, fighting the VA for a couple of my benefits. I mean, it was only very recently that, for those that know me, here on my VA healthcare card, right? For those that know my name, right? They left the E out of my name, and forever it took me trying to get that fixed. They sent me like 6 of these that are wrong, and I finally went into the brand new Chesapeake Veterans Administration outpatient clinic right beside Chesapeake Regional Hospital in nearby Chesapeake, Virginia, and they finally sent me the right card with my first name spelled correctly on the card. So for you civilians who don't understand dealing with the VA, it's stuff like that, right? Dealing with the VA, or dealing with the government in general. I remember when I was at NMCB 23, they sent me over to not to go too much off. They sent me over to Admiral J.T. Boone Clinic at JEB Little Creek Fort Story on the Little Creek side. They sent me in there one time for a pap smear. Medical sent me for a pap smear during one of my exams. I was like, Pastor Madison, you're here for a pap smear? That's what you guys told me I was here for. You geniuses, you. Of course, everybody laughed, and they straightened that out, and I didn't get a pap smear. And I'm like, how in the heck did the Navy get that wrong when I was active duty, male, and now that I've been a reservist twice, still male, right? Ain't nothing changed. I'm male, been male all my life. Anyway, that's just another, this is 2 examples of how the government screws things up at times. I still love my beloved Navy, but oh man, some stuff they've done. And I have respect for the people that work at the Veterans Administration. A lot of them are trying to do what they can, but their hands are often tied by bureaucratic baloney. But I wanted to give you guys this quick update here in Atlantic Ocean Watch to let you know why you're probably going to see a lot more shorts and not going to see as many watch reviews here in 2026. Because I'm going to be potentially temporarily homeless. But thank God I won't be homeless in the sense that I'm going to be like out dragging a cart or a suitcase or something like that. As my job is a decent job finally in the tour bus industry, working for some decent people, and plus being able to supplement that some with Uber. So that's it. That's pretty much the whole video. I just wanted to share that with you. Obviously, if you live in Virginia Beach and you know a decent, affordable apartment in a decent area where I could actually walk down the street and not get mugged kind of area, I would like to know. Or if you happen to have, like, you own an apartment or some other dwelling that I could rent, maybe temporarily, whatever, that would be helpful as well. I'm currently working with a wonderful gentleman who's been helping me out, trying to get the financing and approving the very beginning steps of that, so I can try to maybe acquire a house. Again, nothing fancy, nothing humongous, but my financial situation has some monkey wrenches in it that will have to be overcome, but it's not something that's impossible to do. So, just like it wasn't impossible for me to get this newer car from my buddy Cody Clark, Southern Ford, Newport News. If you're here in the 757 and need a new or used vehicle, Cody Clark, Newport News, my boy. I've known him for about 7 years. Go see Cody Clark, Southern Ford, Newport News, Virginia. Thanks for watching Atlantic Ocean Watch on YouTube. I'm Atlantic Ocean Watch on TikTok and Instagram. Check out Just Go, my travel channel, because I'm in the tour bus industry, and also Head Tube 72, my mountain bike channel, because on and off again, I've been in the bicycle industry on and off again, part-time and full-time here in the Virginia Beach area since 1997. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.